Decking.
When it comes to your mortgage payment, you did a fixed rate mortgage, right? That stuff's not supposed to change. This is what I was budgeted for. I shouldn't have to sit here and wonder or worry. So naturally, when that changes, I'm getting a lot of calls on that and going, hey, you told me I had a fixed rate. What the heck's going on here? Totally understand. And I want you to call. You should call. You should never, and even if your mortgage isn't with me, I've got no problems answering some of those questions, right? Because this is your most valuable asset. But one of the things I'm getting a lot of calls, hey, why did my mortgage payment go up? Well, what you've got that's going on right now is number one, as your escrows come due, and what an escrow is that's your taxes and insurances that you pay inside your mortgage payment. So every year when it comes due, so you don't have to fork out this check, right? Hey, your taxes and insurances are paid. It takes a little bit of that money each month, and that's what makes up your payment, right? You have, when it's a payment, let me just kind of go over this in detail, James. When you have a mortgage payment, it's PITI. So that's principal, interest, taxes, and insurances. So I handle the principal and interest side, right? Taxes and insurances are something else. Now we've got our total home authority folks and all that we help out with. The taxes kind of are what they are. So your taxes are not going to change normally on your, because you only get assessed every 4 years. And Orleans Parish, for some reason, is different than everybody else. There's 47 parishes or 48 parishes, and Orleans Parish is always a year before everybody else, which I think we had our assessment last year. So when that payment is changing, it is not going to be because of your taxes. It's not going to be if you have a fixed rate because of your mortgage payment. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to remove what in the heck could it be, right? And what that normally is insurance. So now when you're dealing with everything that's going on in the state of Louisiana, especially, but throughout the Gulf Coast, insurance premiums are on the rise because of the Idas, the stuff that happened in Lake Charles. All these insurance companies are pulling out. And I'm going to let Colette talk about this in a couple weeks on the whys. She'll be able to give you the whys. But when it comes to your mortgage payment, every year your escrows come due. And normally that little bit of money that's being taken out of your payment each month, kind of imagine it sits in a top drawer and the lender sends that payment to your insurance agent every year. Well, what's happening now is when these renewals are coming up, they're very, very expensive. Policies are going through the roof. They're doubling. I mean, Citizens, which is Louisiana, is supposed to be the insurer of last resort, is up over 63%. So I know I'm feeling it as well. Everybody is. I got the same exact thing that came to me through my mortgage. But what I want you to understand is call your insurance carrier. See, is there anything that can be done? The other thing that you had, while a lot of people are like, well, my insurance, it wasn't even due my escrows, and then I got hit with this gigantic payment. Yeah, that's because a lot of insurance companies bailed. They have just closed down shop. They have bailed out in Louisiana. It's not because they wanted to, but if you can imagine, insurers are insured, right? So those insurers who really control everything, the folks who insure the insurance company are like, no, you got to get out of here. There's no funds left.
All right, we have the comment here from Facebook. Emil says, my mortgage payment went up close to renewal with a lot of insurance companies backing out and left with only 2 to choose from.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what your options are there. So, I mean, that's where we're at right now. We're in a state of flux here in Louisiana, especially. Mississippi, for some reason, it has not affected. The loans I'm doing in Alabama, it has not affected. Texas, it's affected. Louisiana, Florida, Tennessee, doing loans there, not affected. Florida's been affected big time because of lawsuits. So now what you've got to do is we got to figure out, how do you get these folks back? Or how do you get the new folks to come in? But more importantly, the folks that do come in that are reputable, that can manage this. So if your insurance payment's going, if your mortgage payment has gone up and it's scaring you, first thing you do is call your insurance carrier and ask them what happened. Chances are they may have reached out to you, but if they haven't, ask them what's going on and if anything can be done. Like Emil just stated, chances are it's probably pretty minimal what can be done, because we just don't have options right now. There's just absolutely zero options. So don't panic. Look, get PO'd, get frustrated. I'm all about that. I get it. But just understand, if you look at that statement, it's going to say that you're on a fixed rate. It's not the mortgage. It's going to be the insurance. So that would be the first thing. And that's going to probably answer, when you've got that first question, that's probably going to answer questions two through 10 as well.